So it's with great pleasure that I get to introduce the 2024 class valedictorian, Harry Florin. So here we are on June 1st. It's the first day of hurricane season. If Harry's GPA were captured on the wind scale classification, it would basically be a category 5. Harry conquered the most rigorous courses MCDS has to offer, and he did it with tenacity, poise, honor, and integrity. Harry demonstrates an insatiable appetite for learning. And while high school academics are typically a source of stress, especially at the level for which Harry was engaged, you would never get a sense that Harry felt pressure of any kind. In fact, according to all accounts of teachers I spoke to, 2 of Harry's defining characteristics are his sense of humor and ability to gracefully handle setbacks. Harry brought education to other students in Miami via the Breakthrough Program. He served as a teaching fellow, which allowed him to connect with and inspire young middle school students. Harry became a mentor and model to his students by personalizing the experience and bringing curriculum to life. As the president of student government, I've appreciated Harry's creative wit and collaborative spirit, and I'd be remiss if I didn't share some of Harry's most impressive accolades. Before he addresses his class one more time, I'd like to share that Harry is a presidential school semifinalist, which is the first MCDS has had in over 15 years. He's also a National Merit finalist. And Harry was recently offered the National Merit University of Florida Scholarship.
Go Gators!
Harry was admitted to the prestigious honors program at the University of Florida, and well, Gainesville better prepare themselves because there is a new Gator in town who is set to disrupt and make a huge splash in the educational ecosystem. For the final time, please welcome valedictorian Harry Florin.
First things, thank you very much. I couldn't have said it better myself. Good afternoon. My name is Harry Florin, and before we start, I'd just like to give a reminder to audience, teachers, staff, administration, the class of 2024, please hold applause until the end. We have places to go, and I promise I'm talking as fast as I can. Thank you. 2 weeks ago, I got the email with the news that I was going to be valedictorian, and I'd have the pleasure of talking to you all today. That was an honor, and one that I don't take lightly. But as proud as I am to be here, as much as I wish I could stand and gloat and brag, the one thing I could never say is that I got here on my own. The truth is, I've been at Country Day for the past 13 years, and the only reason that I was ever able to come here in the first place was my mom, who herself first started working here when I was 5 years old. Every day since, for 13 years, she has worked harder than anyone I know to provide me with the education that I'm lucky enough to have today. I remember every day, back when she was my ride to school, getting here early, going to class, going to swim practice, and then when I got out at 4:30, waiting in my mom's office for hours, until long after the rest of campus had gone quiet before we could leave. My mom was the first here and the last to go. I know because I drove with her, and I hated it when I was a kid. When I just wanted to go home, but here now, all I can say is how much I appreciate every hour of her life that she gave up to give an opportunity to me and to my family. While I have nothing but love, respect, and admiration for every member of the Miami Country Day School community here today, I can say that I believe fervently, if it wasn't for the work that my mom has put in every single day, the school would grind to a halt. And I can say certainly that without her, there's not a chance I would be here, speaking with you today or on this stage. The same is true for my dad, since I was a kid has always inspired me to push myself, who has my whole life never put a limit on who or what I could be, and who still inspires me today. And it's true for my brothers, who are here today, and who have taught me everything that I know. And for my teachers, and for my classmates. As proud as I am to be your valedictorian, your student government president, and your homecoming king, the one thing all true, the one thing I can never claim to be is self-made. Any accomplishment I've had in the past 4 years, anything that might come in the future, are all just a testament to how great everyone around me has been, and support and how much work and sacrifice the people that I love have given to give me the opportunities that I've been so lucky to have. So I wanted to say thank you to all of you for every experience and every opportunity you've given me. And a thank you to the Miami Country Day administration for giving me this final chance to speak today, to say my thanks and to say goodbye. Writing this speech forced, we're not even halfway done, so just lock in. Writing this speech forced me to think back, to rack my brain about my high school experience. And when I do, all the first things that pop up are the bright spots. You know, the valedictorian notice email, college confetti acceptances, whitewater rafting and volleyball at the senior trip, homecoming silver trophies, presidential wins, and all the time spent with all the people that I love. The good parts are what stick out first, but that's not all there was, and it's not all I remember. For example, on the first day of my junior year, and I talk about this a lot, after school I was crossing the street to go to swim practice, and I didn't look both ways, and before I knew it, a car came barreling towards me and knocked me clean out of my shoes, which I'd heard the phrase knocked out of my shoes before, and I kind of thought it was like a figure of speech or exaggeration. For me, it wasn't. I was knocked actually out of my shoes, which were dragged. It's a long story. That wasn't a positive or a bright experience, but it was very memorable to me. And so was the other time at Country Day in 3rd grade, when while running the 50-yard dash on the field, I tripped, fell, and broke my collarbone. When I was 8, and I was in a sling for 8 weeks all summer after that. That was also memorable, and so were other disappointments. College rejections, homecoming losses, college deferrals, disappointing grades, lost friendships, college waitlists, and senior assassin eliminations, which, again, as a side note, and just to get it out of the way, for me, a lot of people still argue that my elimination shouldn't have been allowed. They said it was probably against the rules and definitely against the law, but yeah, it's fine. I'm totally over it, Tanner, it's fine. I don't even think about it anymore. But anyway, looking back at my Country Day experience, with a bird's eye view, it's all the extremes that pop out. The good and the bad, but everything I don't remember are all the bland, ordinary moments between every high and low. All the lectures, study sessions, tests, everything then the moment felt so urgent and so necessary. After the fact now is all just blended together into a big, mundane, routine blur. For the class of 2024, if there's one thing that you listen to me today about, let it be this. Don't get lost in that blur. We walk out of the theater today, we're taking the first step of the first day of the rest of our lives. And life, I think, is way too short to be spent on days that you won't remember. It's too short to fill with mundane, urgent tasks, and that are only important the moment you complete them. And it's too short not to make every memory count. So with every day that you get, make it good if you can, bad if you have to, but don't let it slip away. Don't let a bland day go by. Don't be forgettable. Life will get a lot more uncertain, I'm guessing. I've known and gone to school with the same 100 people, they're right over there, for the past decade, and next year that won't be true. The future is uncertain, but I can tell you this, 4 years ago, our high school started online in the middle of a pandemic, and today we're graduating. I can tell you we made it through COVID, we made it through political turmoil, we made it through car crashes, college decisions, and getting shot in a Empower bathroom by Tanner Center. The future is uncertain, but I would not bet against this class. So wherever you're going next, always know you will never be alone. Don't be afraid not to be self-made. Never be afraid to ask for help when you need it. There will always be someone who's willing to answer. When you walk across the stage today, and when you walk out the door, remember to make the most out of every opportunity you have. Don't take any sacrifice lightly. Always look both ways before you cross the street. And don't forget to spend every single day you get living the kind of life you want to remember. To my parents, my teachers, administrators in the class of 2024, you gave me a high school experience that was worth remembering. For that and for everything else, thank you, God bless you, good luck, and goodbye. I'm gonna miss you next year, and I'm always gonna miss our school. I love you guys, I'll see you at the reunion. Go Gators, you can clap now.